thanks to the candidates for coming as well. We're going to start off with the candidates introducing themselves. You may not already have met them or been aware of them. So we're going to do that for 4 minutes each. One of the candidates, Will, isn't able to be here tonight, so Doug is going to read out a statement. Can you just make yourself known, Doug? Okay. Right. So we're going to take the candidates in alphabetical order. So if we can start off with Caroline. I think you'll have to stand up with the whole thing. You've got 4 minutes.
Hello everyone, I'm Caroline Allen and thank you very much for coming along this evening. When I joined the Green Party 7 years ago, if you told me that I was going to be sitting here in front of you today, I would have laughed, to be honest. I'm not from a political background, to be honest, I didn't have a lot of interest, but I was just feeling really unhappy at our consumer culture, feeling that I was being judged by the handbag that I had rather than the sort of work that I was doing and what I was trying to do in society. And I was also very concerned about the environmental changes that I was seeing for myself. So I joined the Green Party, didn't know that much about it, seemed like a good thing to do. But once I joined, I realised that the Green Party is the only party that has an honest vision of a better future, not just for the few and fortunate, but for everyone. So I got involved, I got passionate, and I'm here today in front of you. And we are at a critical time now. The election of the new leader and deputy leader will set a path for the party moving into the European and next general elections. And we're in the middle of the worst financial crisis since the 1930s. In fact, this week is looking like it could be even worse than that. In the face of austerity, the Grey parties, they're not saying anything against it, and they're not standing up against the fire sale of our public services. Millions of people are struggling to support themselves, or have even been abandoned to a life of poverty. And I despair at a society where we really begrudge the most basic of safety net for the vulnerable people, and yet we protect the interests of the very wealthy. And all the time, the environmental crisis is growing more urgent. It's time for the Green Party to say, there is another way, and this is what drives me. I believe that the Green Party has a positive vision of a better future, and I believe that we need to get much better at getting out there and telling people, because people really want to hear that message. So why me? Well, the deputy leader role, I think, it's not a glamour role, it's a hard graft role. It's a role within the party, going out, talking to people, local parties, what are they struggling with, what are they doing well, taking lessons, taking our experience, bringing people together, and I can do that. And I have the skills and the experience, both within the party and in my professional life where I work as a vet. I'm super organised and I'm a team worker, and I've shown through what I've done in the party that I deliver on my promises. So as a campaigner and an activist in London, I'm really proud to have galvanised local parties and inspired new members. In the recent London elections, I gained the top result for the Greens in the constituencies of London, gaining nearly 30,000 votes, and that played a very big role in propelling Jenny Jones to her historic 3rd place in the mayoral elections, which I'm very proud about. Also, I came 2nd in vast swathes of North London. I can speak for the party. I'm a confident public speaker. In particular, I've spoken, I'm the spokesperson on animal issues, and that's something that's very important to me, again, in my work as a vet. And also, I think having a scientific background is really important and helpful. You know, when it comes to things like nuclear, GM, I know that our position is the right position, and I can defend it vigorously.
Thank you very much. going to ask Doug to read Richard's statement. Will's statement, sorry.
Hi, I'm not going to stand up because it's not really me. First and foremost, Will's very sorry not to be here this evening. His other commitments means he's not able to attend this event. He's prepared a statement for me to read out, which I will now do. So it's in the first person. I'm a black country lad and was the first member of my working class family to go to university. During my career teaching maths, I was highly active in the NESCWT. I was a founder member of Dudley Green Party in 2009. Sorry, this May, less than 3 years later, bucking a strong Labour swing, Labour actually took 13 seats and control of the council in Dudley, yet I was elected in the traditional Labour ward as the black country's first ever Green councillor. If there was ever someone who understood how to communicate the Green Party message to working class people and win seats in wards like this, then I feel I am the person to do it. I want to see stronger local and regional parties. I want to show every local party that really wants their first councillor that they can make it. The West Midlands as a region has shown that this is possible. I want to see national resources channelled into replicating the success of the West Midlands across the whole of England and Wales. Winning seats is not the only thing that we need to do in this party. Right from our philosophical basis, we have a unique combination of electoral and campaigning politics. But it is our elected representatives do that needs to distinguish us from the grey parties. We must reject cuts and fight for decent paying conditions for all. Our party needs to focus on the drive to increase our representation at all levels of government. We have many members who are willing and able to design leaflets and newsletters, others who will be happy to deliver them, and some with the resources to pay for it. The West Midlands team has shown that by putting all these elements together, electoral success is within our grasp. With an agreed tithe on councillors' allowance, this soon becomes self-funding. Nothing builds and enthuses local parties more than having something to do. While some groups will solely throw themselves into various campaigns, others will use those campaigns to raise the profile of the party and their target candidates. When you start campaigning vigorously and positively in an area, people find out what we stand for and often join us. This boosts attendance at meetings, membership and the activist base. A good regional team can help any local party to grow and thrive. I want to be a deputy leader who values members. Each individual member is the most important resource we have. You wouldn't have joined if you didn't want to be involved in our success. Whatever you can offer, we can use, be it time, money, expertise, enthusiasm, or any combination thereof. The regional team can find an active local group somewhere near you that needs to have what you have to offer. I believe our party must do more to build our membership. I've tabled a strong motion to Autumn Conference calling on GPEW and the new deputy leader and leader to take action ensuring we target building our membership as rigorously as we target elections. Thanks very much.
We had a minute left. Thanks. Right, Richard. It's Richard Mallender, Nottingham.
Evening, folks. Lovely to see you all here. I'm quite glad it's not a glamour contest for the two guys. I really don't think I'd do all that well. My wife bought me a sort of a half-litre bottle of shampoo, which I think will probably last me the best part of a year. So, I'm standing for a deputy leader. I think it's quite a crucial time for the Greens. We're seeing a resurgent Labour Party all around the country, not just in the south east, which is where we've seen quite a lot. And we need to be able to take the fight out there around the country against Labour and the Tories and the Lib Dems. The Lib Dems are not the pushover that people sometimes think they are. They may be in dire straits nationally, but locally there's a lot of fight in them still, and we have to make sure that we can counter that. There's an awful lot going on in the country at the moment, and it's going horribly wrong for people in the public sector in particular. There are cuts being made left, right and centre, and it's really affecting people's lives. We have a situation in Nottingham, where I am now, where children's services are being cut and social services are being cut. And the result is that children are spending more time at home, so they're in front of the computer all the time, so they're not getting so much exercise. When they do go out, they find there's nothing to do, so they're bored, so they may fall into the wrong company. You find a situation where people are stuck at home on social care, and unable to get the help that they need. The social services aren't able to get round to see them. Why? Because the numbers of people have been cut. And the people who are still there in the public sector, they're finding their wages are being cut. And that's not just a case of, oh well, we're going to reduce your wages. It's a case of we'll make you all reapply for your jobs. And when the music stops, suddenly there are quite a few less jobs than there were at the start. And you're being paid a lot less money. And this is not just something that's affecting the public sector, it's also affecting the private sector too. My day job is working for Nottingham City Council, and I spend a lot of time going out and talking to businesses. I talk to them about transport strategy, that's the job I do these days, looking at making sure people have access to ways of getting to work by cycling, by walking, by using public transport, by car sharing. It's a useful background knowledge that I can bring to the Green Party as well, to things which change. And we really do need to get more jobs out there. There's no investment from the government at all in the green economy. We need to be out there making the case for it. These guys say they're a green government. We know it's a lie. What we need to do as a party is we need to spend more time developing ourselves. We need to grow the membership. We need to get more people involved and active. And I think that's a crucial role for the deputy leader to be involved in, to help develop parties locally and to spread best practice. I think I've got the background and knowledge to help with that. I'm currently a councillor on Rushford Borough, which is the suburban area going out into the rural area on the south of Nottingham. Before that, I was a councillor in Brighton. So I've been a city councillor and a borough councillor. I've seen the situation in rural areas, in city areas, in very, very deprived areas, and very, very wealthy areas. I've been on GPEW before. I was the chair of GPEW for 3 years. I have experience of working with the executive and with the GPRC. I think that I can work with them again now to help drive our party forward. So I hope you will consider voting for me.